New technology. Hey, it's constantly challenging us and constantly challenging the law. That takes us to this week's case. Involves a real man, real situation, Stephen Denson. He was there in Kansas. He was a convicted felon, and he wasn't showing up for his appointments with his parole officer. So, warrant went out for his arrest. And the police were having difficulty finding him. Then they were searching throughout Wichita, Kansas, and they came across a utility bill in which his name was associated with a residential property. So they went to the property. And before entering the property, they pulled out a brand new piece of technology that they were beginning to use. It's a piece of technology that's available now to approximately 50 police agencies in the United States, including the FBI and the U.S. Marshal's Office. What it is, it's a form of infrared technology that allows the user to see through walls, actually see through walls. Some people refer to it as a form of radar that allows the operator to see through walls. Well, in this instance, they pulled out the device, they used it on the residence where they thought Stephen Denson was, and they saw a human being inside the residence. They then went into the residence. It was Stephen. They arrested him. They were searching the residence. They found a cache of guns, which, as a convicted felon, he was not supposed to have. So he was, in fact, prosecuted for having the stash of illegal weapons. He pleaded guilty to that, but preserved his right under federal law to appeal that actual search because he contended that it was unlawful. It was a violation of the U.S. Constitution, which prevents unlawful searches and seizures. Said that utilizing a device that could see through walls was one that engaged in a search before he was ever advised of the search, before there was a lawful search warrant, and the police did not have a search warrant, they had an arrest warrant. Okay, so the case goes up. The case goes up. It winds up getting appealed up to the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals for the United States. And up there, the court looked at it, and they said, oh, well, we've got some problems here, and we are troubled. We are troubled. Because this is a new form of technology. It was never anticipated by the Fourth Amendment. And what are we going to do here? Well, what the court did is they kind of took a little bit of a sidestep. And they did that by saying, you know, in this instance, it really doesn't make any difference because the use of this technology was only incidental and really wasn't determinative to what took place because they had probable cause to believe that Stephen Denson was inside that structure since his name was associated with the structure through a utility bill. And based upon that, they had probable cause to enter the structure and execute the arrest warrant. Okay. In short, they said the arrest was lawful because it was based upon probable cause. What about what the court referred to as radar that could see through buildings and the use of that? They said this does raise some issues. This does raise some issues. And it raises issues under the Fourth Amendment which will need to be dealt with and which will need to be dealt with and confronted. But in this particular case, the court did not directly deal with them. So what did we learn from this case? What did we learn from this case? What we learn is, one, that there is new technology coming at us every day. That new technology, too, can challenge our basic understanding of the Fourth Amendment, protection against unlawful searches and seizure, because sometimes we have something, in this instance, a piece of technology that allows you to see inside a building as to whether individuals are present. And is that a search? And if that is used without a search warrant, is that an unlawful search? Well, that is the kind of thing that the courts are going to have to figure out on a case-by-case basis. We bring you this case as we bring you cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.